Carrie.
Carrie
Scheduled this, put it all together.
Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you.
Yeah, she did. She got it all together, and I said, well, I've already interviewed this one. She goes, I should have checked with you, and I said, no, I like the new interviews. So
yeah.
This is round one. We'll get to do round two somewhere down the road, I hope.
I really hope so, too, because this is my favorite thing to do. I love to talk.
You like to talk? Well, my mama said I like to talk, and my school teachers said I like to talk, and I knew eventually I would make a living talking.
Yep.
So
I understand completely. I can empathize.
Yeah, but this hasn't made a living yet, so just click the subscribe, folks. We need those follows.
Right.
Hey, so tell us a little bit about Hannah Belle. You're from Louisiana. I can't pronounce this town.
Oh, you can. It's easy. Ponchatoula.
Ponchatoula. It's like Pontchartrain, only Tula.
Correct. And it's right on the north banks of the
Pontchartrain.
Yeah.
I have actually driven across that bridge.
The causeway.
The causeway that goes into Nolans.
That's right. You said it right the first time.
Okay.
Nobody from New Orleans says Nolans.
No, they don't.
Myth.
That
is a myth.
Silly.
Yeah, it's New Orleans. That's the Causeway Bridge, which is actually the longest bridge over water in the world.
It's longer than the 7 Mile Bridge in Florida and the Keys?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
didn't
think
realize
it's 28 miles to be exact.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
It is long.
Yep, it is very long. I drove it often.
Yeah.
If you don't like bridges, you're in trouble.
So is that where you make your home still?
Yes.
Full time in Louisiana.
Correct. I do a lot in Mississippi as well and on the Gulf Coast. I'm originally from Mississippi.
Okay.
A little town called Red Lick.
Okay.
Only if you're a deer hunter do you know where that's at, and probably, in the South, if you're a deer hunter, you know where that's at. But nobody lives there except for my mom, my dad, my mama, and the cows. That's it. And the deer.
And
of course. Correct. But I moved to Louisiana when I got married 9 years ago.
Okay.
But where I grew up was called the Miss Lou because it's literally right on the Mississippi River, and you cross the river and you're in Louisiana. So Miss Lou. So I consider myself, I told the crowd last night, because this is it, I'm a Mississippian. Mississippian. Louisiana, Mississippi, put it together.
You learned something new today, folks.
It's trademarked, by the way. No, I'm kidding.
It's trademarked. There you go. Have you written a song about it?
I haven't, but I need to, right? I will tell you a funny story, though. I had a guy who was actually from New Orleans, and we went to my father-in-law's lake house in Louisiana, and when you go through that town, everything is like Miss Lou Body Shop, Miss Lou Ironworks, Miss Lou this, and he said, man, who is this Miss Lou chick? She owns everything.
She owns it all. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, yeah, no reason why you shouldn't write a song, Miss Lou.
Right. Hey, nobody steal that now.
No.
I know there's some writers in here.
Yeah.
Dibs.
Yeah, I got to tell you a funny story because I just did an interview 2 weeks ago at a music festival with a songwriter from Montana, actually. He lives in eastern Montana. And I said, where do you live exactly, Mars? And he said, well, I live about 18 miles from North Dakota and 18 miles from the Canadian border. And I said, sounds to me like you live 18 miles from nowhere.
Right.
And you know what he said? That's a great song title. And I get writing credit on it. So
good for you. You go.
So don't steal it. We've already tied that down and we've got a record of it.
That's how it works. That's how it works. You just hear little phrases like that sometimes and it just sticks. And you write a song from it. So
well, Mr. D. Dillon told me, he said he used to go, he would go to the bars and just sit in the corner and just listen to people talk.
Yeah.
That's where y'all get your ideas from.
We do. I keep a little notepad. My iPhone has the notepad. You know, I'm not like scripting it, But my iPhone has the notepad, and when I hear different things or see different things, I'll jot down some of those ideas, and they might live there for a while until finally I get a little inspiration and come back to it and write something about it. It might not be good, but something about it at least.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your songwriting process. Well, let me back up, because where'd the music come from? When did you get bit by the music bug, and where did that come from?
I was born with it.
You were born with it?
Yes, indeed. It's in my DNA. I couldn't get away from it if I tried. My dad is a musician. He always has been. He played in a rock and roll band. His first band was actually called the Peanut Butter Jelly Experience. Really great band title. He was like 10, right? Okay. Yeah. But it started way back then. But music runs in my family. I don't usually like to claim this, but I do date back to Jerry Lee Lewis. That's a little crazy now. You don't want to talk about Jerry Lee and his connections with family, if you know what I mean. But He is in the family line, so music runs in the blood. And my dad's a preacher, and I always had a stage. So
yeah, you did start in church, right?
Church, yes,
3-year-old.
3-year-old.
Yes.
And I could barely talk, but good Lord, I could sing. And I had me a red little tambourine, and I couldn't play anything, but man, I'd beat on that tambourine.
Good for you. Well, there's a lot of great musicians and songwriters and artists that come from that church background.
That's right.
Especially in the South.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for it because, in a church service, there's always music, right? And so I'm
Right.
always hearing people sing. If you think about a Baptist hymnal, the songs in there are kind of hard. They're kind of complex when you think about the theory behind them. And singing in choirs and things like that growing up, it helped me really learn how to sing and how to connect with people. And so
Did you listen to some of those old gals that couldn't sing that made you go,
yes.
oh yeah, I don't want to. That's what you're not supposed to sound.
Yes, exactly. It's actually kind of funny. On one of my albums called Preacher's Daughter, I wrote a song called Preacher's Daughter, and I'm not going to play it for you because I suck at playing it, but we'll just say that. But on the front of the album, the front of the song title, we actually did on the recording, an old choir singing The Rolls Called Up Yonder, and man, we had some off-key people because it had to be realistic, right?
You go to any church and it's realistic.
Exactly.
There's some old gal on one of those rows that can't sing
and sings
to the top of her lungs,
loud and proud.
Yes, yeah,
make a joyful noise. That's what we say.
Yeah. So let's talk about that songwriting process.
Yes.
We talked a little bit about. So you constantly writing notes and keeping track of things you see or hear, except for Miss Lou, you hadn't put that down. What the
Dummy,
heck are we
come
doing?
on. What am I doing?
But do you write by yourself or are you a collaborator?
I'm mostly a solo writer.
Okay.
I write a lot by myself. I've dipped my toe off into co-writing here and there, and I have been pretty successful with that. Successful, we finished a song. So
that's always a plus.
It's definitely a plus. But I enjoy that collaboration with others because you do hear from people that or hear ideas that I would have never come up with on my own. I don't get as much time to collaborate with others like I'd like to, but it's really inspiring when I do. But for the most part, it's just me, and I have a couple guitars. Honey, the hummingbird. Me and Honey, we write a bunch together. She's my best collaborator.
Well, there's nothing like a hummingbird, right?
Oh man, dream guitar. Yeah. I just got her too. Oh, she's lucky so beautiful. Girl. She is.
Well, so now you're not too far from New Orleans, and there's lots of music in that area. But what's it like where you actually live? How's the music scene there? It's
actually really strong. In fact, we have our own Songwriters Festival called the North Shore, or Ozone Songwriters Festival on the North Shore. And songwriter Greg Barnhill, I don't know if you know him, he wrote Walk Away Joe by Trish Sherwood.
Oh, yeah.
He actually is the president of it because he's from that area. And so I work with them all year long locally. We do songwriters nights and things like that once a month. And then our festival is the first weekend of November. And so it's a pretty supportive songwriter community. You wouldn't believe it, but there's a good bit of us around that area.
About how many members in that you say it's an association or
so it does music education as well in the area. We like to raise money in order to support educational in the schools for that music education. But in the actual Ozone festival that we have over 100 writers that come through, and it's local people like me, people from all over. I know Kalen actually came last year, I believe, to it. He made it all the way down from Wyoming to Louisiana for our little festival, which it's growing. So I say it's a very supportive community, but you will hear anything from jazz to rock and roll to country.
Well, it's like anywhere. When you walk down the streets on Bourbon Street, you hear it all too, right?
You hear it all, for sure.
Yeah. What a cool music history in that area, right? And such a rich music lifeblood that area provides. So
definitely.
Well, cool. So let's talk about your. You said you had an album what'd you call it? The Preacher's
Daughter, yeah.
Let's tell us a little bit about the Preacher's Daughter.
Well, the Preacher's Daughter album, that was actually my sophomore album.
Okay.
I've been blessed to record 4 albums that are all original material. Preacher's Daughter was sophomore, and it was probably when I was really coming into my songwriting. Like, I kind of look at my first album, I was like, oh, it's such a little baby songwriter, the baby voice. I was still in college when I recorded it. But Preacher's Daughter is when I really stretched my legs on songwriting, I feel. And my sister, in fact, let me go back to your collaboration question. She has been one of my biggest co-writers.
Okay.
My sister, her name's Robin. We don't get to write as often anymore, but when I still lived close to where she was, we would write. And she's the middle child, so she's a little fiery. I'm the baby, right? And so we wrote a bunch of the songs on Preacher's Daughter, including Preacher's Daughter. And most of that was her, I'm gonna be honest, because well, boy, rebel child. I tell you what, she let it out in that song.
Little irreverent, was she?
Yeah, let's just say I was perfect angel. Though,
oh, absolutely. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, definitely. Well, do you have a favorite song off that album that you would be willing to play for us?
I was playing about Preacher's Daughter. It just sounds much better when it's like rock and roll. So I encourage you, go listen to it. It also has a really funny music video with my dad, my family, everybody. So go YouTube that. It's great.
You got dad in the...
Oh, yeah. He's a dancing preacher in there. I'm telling you, it's great.
That's awesome.
It's a good video. I love making music videos, and most of mine are really silly, to be honest. I love to have fun. But I will play you guys a song off of that album that I wrote about my mama and my papa and their long love. I never met my papa. He passed away before I was born. So I've only known my mama being single. She did get married in her later life. But I remember just sitting in the kitchen with her sometimes having conversations, and she would just still talk about him as if he was still there, just like they had gone out to dinner the night before. And I was able to do a lot of touring during that time. And I did radio tours where I'd go to different radio stations. And what I noticed in these small towns is that these radio stations were literally in the heart of the town, almost in like a little town square. And I don't know, I just thought about how like the town revolved around the town square, and how no matter what goes on in a city, it changes, it grows, you still have that everlasting town square. And I don't know why or how or what, but I just connected that to the everlasting love that my mama and papa had. And so I wrote a song called Little Town Square about them. And it's got a really great video. It might make you cry. Bring your Kleenex.
Well, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Because, here in the West, we don't have those little town squares like you do in the South.
Yeah.
Which is crazy, but we just don't.
Yeah. Well, I love them. They're historical. They're cool. And you just see it's like the little heartbeat of the city.
Yeah.
And it just keeps that city growing and evolving. And it just made sense to me when I wrote that song to connect it to love. So I'd love to play that one for you, or a piece of it, if you will.
Yes, please.
I might have to scooch up here.
We'll make this as difficult as we possibly can.
Sure, I love challenges.
This episode is brought to you by Tin Hall, Western style with an edge, bold design, fearless attitude, and boots that make a statement. Discounts available when you click our sponsor link at musicalmilespodcast.com.
We can pull that one. There you go.
I feel kind of nervous playing Dean Dillon guitar.
Dean played it too. So
and Paul Overstreet.
Everybody that signed that has played it.
That's cool. He picked her up from her house one hot summer night. Just a teenage boy and a girl under the starry lights. The top was down, there was no one around. He drove her right through town to the little town square. It was 1953 with not much to do back then. So he parked the car, opened the door, and took her by the hand. It felt so right as he held her tight. They danced away the night in the little town square. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 yeah. And oh, how their love grows strong, just like an old country song. Their love will carry on like the little town square. Like the little town square, yeah.
That is great. What a great song.
Thank
what a great
you.
tribute to your grandparents.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Mama. Mama and Papa.
Which I don't know if that's what I was going to call him, Papa. You know, I never met him, but his legacy has lived on through our family. He must have been an awesome man. That's all I can say about that.
Cool.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, so that was your sophomore album.
I was, yep.
So what was your junior album?
It was kind of weird. So I released 2 full-length albums, and then it was kind of the world of EPs at that point in time after I'd released 2. So my third release was an EP. It was called Catch Her If You Can. And I had 6 songs on that album that they were kind of, I don't know, a little sad, but then also a little fiery. I don't know what I was going through at the time, but I was either really sad or really mad. And so that's kind of how that album went. So it's got some fun songs on it, some real jamming tunes, if you will, but then it's also got some really sad heartbreak songs, which are my favorites, honestly. I'm like one or the other. I'm real fiery or I'm real sad. Sometimes happy with that, even though that's a sad song anyway, Little Town Square. But so I really loved it. It actually has a really cool album cover too, with the wind blowing and a pretty white dress, you know, it's real nice. But it was fun to make. But then I got around to making my 4th album, which started before COVID, paused, had to finish it after COVID. And I've been blessed to record all 4 albums in Nashville and had some of the biggest players that you could ever dream of play on your album, like Brent Mason.
Yeah.
Whoo! Y'all talk about
He actually played on a friend of mine's new album.
Oh, he's fantastic. I mean, y'all, he played on Chattahoochee, like every Alan Jackson #1 hit. It's Brent Mason. And then steel guitar player Steve Henson, also had Mike Johnson play. Mark Beckett was the drummer. I mean, just Moose Brown on keys, just huge people play on my album. And it's so intimidating because I record these little demos, me and my guitar, sometimes on my phone, sometimes on my computer. And then we go into a studio session. I'm like, listen to my song.
But then explain, so then they, just from listening to that little song, those guys are so talented. They make you sound amazing.
Byron, they don't even listen to the whole song. They
go,
don't even listen to the whole song. I mean, we work a little bit ahead of time. Ernie Ryle, he is a guy that I've worked with. He's a producer. He had a studio right there on 16th Avenue. He recently just sold it, but that's where I recorded. And he was actually George Jones's band leader for a while during the no-show period. So he was the one that had to tell people, hey, we'll play you a show or you can get your money back, you know? And so he's worked with some people, but he and I would always sit down with each other ahead of time and work out the charts, kind of go with what do we want this to sound like in the style of, you know, all that kind of stuff. So he would write the charts out for the musicians. They would listen to 30 seconds of the song and then it's like, all right, break, let's go. I go into the scratch booth and then I hear my song come to life like I've never heard it before. And amazingly, it's exactly like I wanted it to sound, but better. I'm like, how? It is a miracle to witness, y'all. I can't even explain. I get chill bumps just even thinking about it. It's probably one of my favorite things to do in the world is that recording process, because these little songs are your babies. You write them, you hear them, and you want them to grow up and be wonderful and awesome songs. And then they become that when you're in the studio. And it's a dream come true, really.
Let me ask you. So you heard Kenlon say that he's a songwriter for himself. Are you in the same boat? Have you had any cuts on any of your songs?
I have not. I've had holds.
Oh, which is plus. Explain to them how a hold works.
So, if you work with a different, I'm not a part of a publishing company, but I do work with a couple, like through NSAI and stuff like that, the Nashville Songwriters Association. They'll do pitch to publishers sometimes, and if you're a member of those organizations, you can pitch. And so throughout that, I have pitched to artists who will be looking for songs, and I still do it sometimes. And an artist can, if they're looking to record, they will listen to all the songs, and the publisher can be like, oh, I like it. I'll take it back to the artist and see what they say. So that's what happened with me. I pitched. This has happened 2 times, I think, that I've had 2 different songs on hold. Pitched, publisher liked it, took it to the artist liked it, but they were still looking, right? And then when it came down to that time of recording, they make the cut or not. And mine never made the cut. So,
But while it's on hold, no one else can have access
that's right,
to it. So,
that's right.
Which is kind of a bummer in some regards, because there's been some big hits that had holds on them by major artists, and then they released them, and somebody else, and then they took it to like number 1. So
and
you never know.
You never know. And I'm still in that game, but I don't work for a publishing company or work with a writing house or anything like that. I am completely independent on my own. And for the longest time, I'm an artist. But you know what? I think I want to go to Walmart and nobody know who I am and have my song played on the radio while I'm shopping. So I would love, that's my end game now, is I just want somebody to sing my songs, because guess what? I can still sing them too. So there we go. Get the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana.
Well, pretty close.
I am Hannah in Montana right now.
I like it. I like it as well. Any questions from the audience for Hannah?
Come on, be inquisitive.
Yes.
Oh, yes, down in front.
Do you get anything for the hold? Like, do they pay you?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing at all. You just sit there and wish and wait and pray and say, please record my song. And then they inform you, your song wasn't selected, and then it can go back on the market. But that's it. Yep, unfortunately. Yeah.
And speaking of holds, does the length of time depend on what's up and coming, what's in front of them? Like, what's a typical hold?
Yeah, it depends on when the artist is actually looking to cut the album, when they're going into the studio. So they'll start looking for songs almost 2 years ahead of time, right? And so it can be on hold. Some publishers have different lengths of time that they can hold the songs, but it can be on hold for up to a year. Yeah. So you're like, that poor song is just sitting there. Can't do anything with it. Well, I can still sing it, but nobody else can hear it at that point in time. So, great question.
Any others? All right. I think we got time for one more song.
Sure. Okay. Y'all want to hear one that was on hold?
Yes.
All right. It's another sad song. I'm sorry. I love sad songs.
Can you tell us who held it?
Yes, Mickey Guyton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Mickey Guyton held it. And I really thought, sorry, I'm on the guitar.
You're good.
Need to scooch up. I really thought, I was like, come on, Mickey, do it. But she didn't. It's another sad song, and it's also in the same key as the other, so good for us. We'll just go with the key of D here. Here I am, once again sitting all alone, wondering what went wrong. The smile on your face, the music, the place, yeah, it all was nice. Such a perfect night, so why do I feel like this? I'm trying trying to move on, but it's hard for me. Forget about the past, baby, can't you see? It's not the way I wanna live. I'm trying to forgive. Oh, that's it.
Awesome. So, before you put that up,
Okay.
put your autograph on there for me if you would, please.
I will. Thank you guys so much.
And then, so where can they find your music?
All the usuals, Spotify, Apple Music, the YouTubes,
And it's under
Hannah Belle. That's correct. It's Hannah backwards and forward, spelled the same way. Belle, with an E on the end, like Southern Belle. You get it.
There you
I'm
go.
from Mississippi. I had to have a double name. I mean, it just had to happen. Where should I sign? You said Paul Overstreet's on here?
Yep,
He's a
Paul is right up
Mississippi
here by
boy.
the sound hole. Do you see that right
here?
there? Yep,
I'm
that's
signing by Paul.
There you go.
He is from the home state.
Yes, he is.
So let's be Mississippi right here.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Byron.
Yeah, this has been fun. It's always good to meet somebody new. And does this song make the 4th album, The Cut?
Forgive is actually on the 3rd album.
Oh, it's on the 3rd. Okay.
It's on the Catch Her If You Can
Okay.
EP. The 4th album was called Anybody But Me. And it's, well, you know what? I can't say it's my favorite. They're all my babies. But it does have a lot of songs on it that I love. But unfortunately, throughout the festival, I've been playing songs that aren't recorded yet. So
Okay.
you'll be hearing a lot of stuff that's not recorded because I still have a ton of songs that I'm really trying out on crowds, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to record another album right now. So I'm still writing no matter what.
One more quick question.
Yeah.
Who, if you could pick anybody, I know this is a tough one.
Don't do it to me.
Yeah, dead or alive,
Oh, gosh.
who would you love to work with?
John Fogerty.
Really?
John Fogerty, 100%.
Okay.
Well, he is just artist, guitar player, songwriter, fantastic. I grew up listening to Creedence. Come on.
So did I.
Like, woo.
And I'm a lot older than you are, so.
Well, my daddy, like I
Okay.
said, musician.
Yep.
My brother was convinced that my dad was in Creedence for a while. He wasn't, I wish. But yeah, John Fogerty, I just respect him so much. I love some of his ideas of how he came up with songwriting. I've copied some of his ideas before on how to write songs, and I just legend, right?
All right.
Legend.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a good
for
one to
sure.
have. You heard it here first, folks. Hannah Belle, thank you so much for joining
Byron.
us.
Thank you
It's
so
a pleasure
much.
to meet you and love your music, and we look forward to hearing more
Thank you. Thanks,
down
y'all.
the road.